Hi, welcome to my channel. I know why you clicked this video. You just had a bad recitation. In this video, I will give you 5 tips on how to survive or move on from a bad recitation. And if you stay till the end, I'll give you a most important bonus tip. Let's go. The first tip on moving on from a bad recitation is that you must have a mindset that it is nothing new. Professors are used, they know 90% of the students will have a bad recitation. They have it in their mind that most of the students, and you know it, are not ready for that day. Also, just remember that all law students, all professors, have gone through a bad recit. It happens every day and twice during criminal procedure. You are now a member of the Bad Recit Club. Last year's valedictorian is the current president, and he's just waiting for the next election. Hopefully, you won't be a candidate. The next tip on surviving a bad recitation is you have to remember that professors are used to bad recitations. As I said a while ago, they know that more than half, if not 90%, are going to have a bad recitation. Not in your mind, but in the professor's mind, in the professor's thinking. He's ready for a bad recitation. What will set him off is a student having a good recitation. You know, a good recitation breaks his rhythm, breaks his mentality. He's not going to be prepared for the next question. The third tip on surviving or moving on from a bad recitation is make it go out the other ear. Whatever you hear from the professor, no matter how much he berates you or puts you down, just know he's doing it to motivate you, albeit in a negative way. The caveat here is that the professor will remember your last recitation. He might mark it on his class card or mark it on some other notes. Just make this bad recit or that bad recit a motivation, a sign for you to study better and do better next time you have recitation in his class. The fourth tip to remember for moving on or surviving a bad recitation is remember the Highlander Rule. What's the Highlander Rule? If you're like me that grew up in the 80s, you remember the movie Highlander, where it's about immortals and they have a very famous line after killing each other off is there can only be one. Which tells you or which reminds you that you can only have one bad recitation. One per subject, one per semester. So if you have one early on, make sure that you prepare for the next recitation in the professor's next class. Just know that you might be called only maybe once, twice, the most 3 times in one semester. If you're called more than 3 times, then I think that's going to be a world record. The fifth tip on surviving a bad recitation, although it is a calculated move, is to volunteer at the beginning of the class. The professor here will take it that you are one to make up for the last recitation, but here's a caveat. He might make you stand up for a long time, or he might ask you questions that are maybe off the book or off topic. So make sure that if you're gonna volunteer, study hard and study well. And now we've come to the bonus tip. Thank you for surviving to the end of this video. My bonus tip on how to survive a bad recitation is take up or practice standing exercises. Why? Because, and the horror stories are true, if you're called for recitation and you're having a bad one, you might stand up for the whole class, whether it be an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. He might make you stand for 5 minutes, he'll make you stand for the whole class. So make sure that your legs, your body, and your mind is prepared to stand up longer than it should. I hope these tips will encourage you to stay in law school, to pursue your dream in becoming a lawyer. If you have a chance, please explore my channel. I have other videos on how to become a better law student. This is Dean Vera saying, It's not what you know, it's what they don't know. Study well, guys. Hi, please do me a favor and smash that like button. It'll help me a lot and it will trigger the YouTube algorithm. Now, if you have not yet, please subscribe to my channel. If you don't, my dog will eat this exam booklet and that student has to repeat his final exam again.